I have a question for you. Do you have a backyard garden? Do you have a farm, either a crop farm or a livestock farm? Well, if you lived in the Achampong era, Operation Feed Yourself was a big agenda. Even if you didn't live in that era, you may have read from the history books that there was a time where every Ghanaian was told to plant something behind their home. And that is something that President Mahama appears to be wanting to revive in a different form and different style, ultimately so that we can feed ourselves and feed Ghana. Now you get a point where I'm headed to. So on Face to Face today, how are we going to feed Ghana through our individual and institutional efforts so that we don't leave everything to government? How do we get people to do farming on their own without the government necessarily doing big farms for us? That is a conversation we are having. If you want to know how to join this scheme of the Mahama administration, this Feed Ghana agenda, I have the national coordinator to speak to on Face to Face. I'm Umaru Sanda Amadu, and you're welcome.
Hey Ghana, so you people know Miss Brother Man Small. If you knew, it's your boy. Kill them all, kill them all. But this time, I'm not only killing mosquitoes, I am killing the greats. See? This wouldn't have been possible if I didn't have the perfect mosquito-free atmosphere. Thank you, Out Insecticide. And yeah, Out Mosquito Pearl. For a mosquito-free atmosphere, trust Out to... You are not serious.
Out Insecticide. So ya boa, faha.
Kwame and his uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame. As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, Mommy.
I'm
the second coming.
Into all this tension just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again?
Now I understand the whole delay. Troll from Kaswa. Why wouldn't he be late? Or be late? Of course.
Star 712 hash, star 712 hash. You go give me the luckiest. Coffee from Georgia be luckiest. From not the block, she be luckiest. Yeah, you go give me luckiest. No matter what you're lucky. Everybody go be that luckiest.
That's Kwame!
Send your God the apple boom. If you put it toy, so would the coming of the son of man be.
Hey.
Is that his car?
Ha! Even now, your shadow the way designer.
I use my own mouth to reject him. Oh, this is my mouth. Look at that.
Kwame, my son. Now, tell me the truth. How did this all happen?
Oh, mommy, simple direction. Mr. Good Luck no check me well.
Yeah,
man.
Easy car. Or dial star 712 hash.
The devil is a liar.
He picked his ticket and entered his lucky 5-digit number.
I'm his birthday.
Oh, how romantic!
And he followed the prompts. Yes, and then boom, confirmation test.
One quick, pick 5 numbers for me, okay? I'm feeling like serving.
Dial star 712 hash. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompt and let destiny handle the
You see how I love you now?
Yo, do you have family payment seminar? Before December, may release motivational album. Patapa, my super.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
My guest on Face to Face today served as a member of parliament for the people of Botiano, English, and from. And then when President Mahama introduced the Feed Ghana agenda, he put this man in charge as a national coordinator. The Honorable Bright Demordzi is my guest. You're welcome to Face to Face.
Thank you very much.
It's
a very long time.
Extremely long time. How are you doing?
I'm doing very, very well.
Wow, you left Parliament, what, 2 terms ago or 1 term ago?
2 terms ago.
Wow, how has life been? How has life been? Are we in the wilderness?
No, I don't think it's wilderness. I'm still in Ghana. I'm doing the things that I've been doing before I joined Parliament at the time. So I'm still a farmer, I'm still a fisherman, and agribusiness in particular.
How many terms did you do in Parliament?
1 term.
So you came 2012
yes,
and left 2016?
Exactly.
Let me remember, did you lose internal primaries or you lost the main election?
No, it's the main election, 2016 disaster.
So MPP took it from you. That was when Sly Mensa. Sly Tete, sorry.
No. One Alaji.
Okay. Yes. So he then was defeated by Sly Tete.
Yes.
In 2020.
In internal primaries.
Internal primaries. Oh,
yes.
Okay. So since you left, there has been one MPP MP, another MPP MP. Currently, is it an NDC seat?
NDC seat.
You won it.
Yes.
Who is your new MP now?
Okle.
Okay.
Akwete.
Okay.
Yes.
Explain to me about, and forgive me, we'll talk about Feed Ghana, but Botiano English and man from.
Yes.
What kind of people are there? Is it Ghana land occupied by Evers? Or what kind of place is it? Or is Fanti land?
No, it's a Ghana land. Precisely. The English and man froms and the Botianos are Gans. It's a Ghana land. But it's a cosmopolitan community. We have the Ewes settling along the coastal community.
Which is what you are.
Yes. Botiano, part of Chokome, which is a typical Anglo community. Then we have the Aigbe town itself, which is also an Anglo community. So the Gans, and within the Anglos that are typically fisher folks, we have the Dangbes too.
Okay, you have Dangbes as well over there.
Dangbes. Dangbes also form a very huge majority in Botiano. In the Botiano township itself, we have a lot of Ningos that are there. Then, in Botiano, which is the Tuba community, all of them are the Dangbes. They are Ningos, but they are Ningos who are also Muslims.
So Sly Tete is a Ningo?
Yes.
So that's where he used to enter the constituency?
Yes.
And you are Ewe?
Yes.
So you also, where's your home in the constituency?
Myself, my people are in Chokome.
So that's an Ewe area?
Yes.
But there are also Gans there?
Yes, Chokome is in the middle of Botiano.
I thought Tuba was Zongo Muslim.
Tuba is Zongo, but it's Dangbe Zongo.
Oh, okay. So they are Muslims, but they are Dangbes.
They are Muslims, but they are from Ningo, typically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they are Dangbes.
So over there, people speak Dagme, speak Ewe, speak Gan.
They speak Gan. But in the Zongo, they speak Hausa too as well.
How about Chi? Is it also, so are there Ashantis also?
You know, generally because it's closer to central region, when young men are moving from the central region to Greater Accra, you receive some of them in Ewudu Sanya East, which is Kaswa. Some trickle down to Botiano, English,
so
Fanti. So the Fantis are there, but they don't form a majority group because they are not at one particular locations.
Okay.
But they are scattered within. But because they are not located at a particular place. You know, even in English Amanfo, there's an Ewe community in English Amanfo called Tokuse. You understand me? So yes, there's a huge majority of the Ewes or the people from the Volta region descent in Botiano, English Amanfo.
I noticed that the woman who replaced Hawa Kumsin as MP for Awutu Senya is Koyo.
Yes.
She's Dangbe.
Yes.
So does it mean there are a lot of Dangbes and Evers in that stretch? Because from Botiano, there's Wejak Bawe.
Yes.
Then there's Botiano, English Amanfo, right?
Yes.
Before there's Awutu Senya East, correct?
Yes.
That's the arrangement of the constituencies.
Yes.
You are all coastal.
Normally.
Or Weja is not coastal.
Weja is not coastal. Wejak Bawe is not coastal.
So after Ablekuma West, the next coastal constituency is Wios.
After Ablekuma West,
yes.
we share boundary with Ablekuma West.
So you are the next coastal. So Wejagbawe is off.
And Wejagbawe is not a coastal community.
But they also have that because she's a Dangbe. Koyo is Dangbe.
Yes, that is Kaswa.
Yeah, yes.
Kaswa.
That's Kaswa.
Udu is
okay,
Kaswa.
Okay, Weja is Jerry Ahmed Shaib.
Yes.
Okay, and then it continues like that.
You know those constituencies, Suotu Manya, Wejagbawe, and Boteno English Amanfro used to be the old Weja constituency, which I used to be the secretary.
Oh, that's when the numbers were big. When the Weja results come, they were
yes.
On the Bantama levels.
Yes.
Oh, you were NDC secretary for Weja.
Yes.
Before you ran for parliament.
Yes.
Why didn't you run again? Or you tried and you failed?
No. After losing the 2016 elections, yes.
Oh. Why do you give up? You could have won the seat for your constituency. I remember there was an internal rift that led to you.
No, I went to contest in my village.
You left here?
Yes, I contested the fierce elections between myself and the current MP and said in Namtamago.
Baba no.
No, it's good to.
It's okay.
It's a good thing to.
But how is NDC doing in Weja, in English Amanfrom and in Anglo?
In English Amanfrom, yes. It's a seat that you need to do a lot of hard work. There are a lot of interest in there because it's cosmopolitan. So trying to satisfy all the interest group is not an easy task. There's a lot of work that has to be done. It's a very Herculean task. Apart from the external politics, there's inbuilt in the internal one itself. So for you to be able to cross the internal before you go to the external, it is not an easy task.
So it's not an NDC safe seat and it's not an MPP safe seat?
No. As for, Weja for a very long time.
No Weja, English Amanfrom.
Yes, I'm just trying to say that that particular enclave.
Yeah, Weja has been MPP.
It's not a safe place for to say that it's an NDC stronghold. You can't say that. No.
So English Amanfrom, you have to do a lot of work. You're a member of party. Do you support your current MP, or because you moved to Anglo, you have shut the door on?
No. In 2024, there was an instruction by the party hierarchy that all former members of parliament should go and join wherever they are coming from to support their candidate too. So I joined the Botiano team. Apart from the fact that I was working at the national level, I was the deputy in charge, director in charge of. I did a lot of research and intelligence. I was also in touch with the Botiano. I'm part of their campaign team, and we did a lot of groundwork for them.
Are you still planning to go to Parliament, or you want to look at national party office position?
No. I'll be going back to Parliament. There's an unfinished business which I need to do.
In Anglo?
Especially for my fisher folks and the farmers. Yes.
Are you a fisherman?
Both. I'm a fisherman and a farmer.
What do you fish? Crabs or lobsters or what?
No.
You do sea fishing or river fishing?
It's sea fishing. I do.
You go carry the net, or you own canoes and people go and do the fishing?
I own canoes. Apart from that, I'm a born fisherman.
So you go to
fishing is my hobby.
Okay.
It's my hobby. But I'm a rice farmer and a rice processor.
Where do you do rice in this Ghana?
Avalavi,
okay.
Yes.
Okay, near Akachi.
Yes.
Okay. I see.
That's why I heard Benadavet talking about Avalavi today. I have to call him online.
Yeah, my uncle used to live in Avalavi, so I've not been there before, but I have an idea how that place is.
Yes.
Let's talk a few more things before we talk to you about your feeding thing.
Yes.
You have won, as an NDC, you have won massively the elections of 2024.
Yes.
You have a lot of goodwill, but there's a concern that goodwill is fast deteriorating. When you move around, what's the mood on the ground about national development and how we are faring?
Yes. On the economic front, people are very happy because, when there is stability in terms of pricing, it helps people to plan very well. That is helping in terms of small-scale traders and everybody. I think the general economic environment is not bad at all. It's been favorable because you can plan as people. So that is the good part of it. Anywhere you go, people said even the fact that the prices are not going up and things are stable, they are very But the one thing for farmers, so in the area of where I'm working, the farmers is that they said anytime at all NDC come to power, food prices are cheap and it doesn't help farmers. That's why they always say that when NDC is in power, food prices doesn't increase and it doesn't help farmers. So they always try to compare the value of food items compared to the price of cement, because every time the price of food items goes down, the price of cement doesn't go down proportionally. So that will affect the income or the real value of what the farmers achieve. That has been the complaint for farmers. But we've been doing a lot of things in that area. That's how come we're doing what we call the strategic stock system. The first time in Ghana where the buffer stock have been put in a position to do its real strategic work, ensuring that as a country we have a strategic stock.
But there's a lot of demand on this government. The expectations are very high. Are you confident and sure that the Mahama government can deliver the people the promise that it was made?
I think the signals are clear that yes, there is. If the people are not happy, you can see it. And I, as agribusiness person, one thing that is very critical is price stability. If the prices of inputs are very stable, farmers will be happy. So the only thing that we need to add is to be able to ensure that we have done that aspect of market linkages and reducing the post-harvest loss. If you are able to ensure that we establish a very good market linkage system and the post-harvest loss system is taken care of, that will be fine for farmers. That is where, so that when the prices are low, right, the price that we can be able to buy stock from the system to stabilize the prices for farmers. Then when prices want to increase above board, we can release the produce into the system to stabilize prices.
Okay. A lot of the time,
and that's what we are doing.
They say that our problem is with production, so people are encouraged to go into farming.
Yeah.
The Akufo-Addo administration brought something they called planting for food and jobs. Then they brought rearing for food and export or something on that. What was the problem with those two policies of government from you being a farmer observing? Were there problems with that, or it was a wonderful idea that was not properly executed, or it was properly executed?
Yes, for me, you see, having plan to support farmers, it is not something that is difficult to find. What do I do to support farmers? Or agriculture policy interventions, they are the same, almost the same. What do I do to support farmers? That is what it is. But I see it as a pure...
Kufuor's time we had presidential special initiatives.
Yes, but actually...
Then Kufuor we have, Akufo-Addo we have this planting for food and jobs and things.
Apart from
what are we getting wrong? That's what I wanted to know.
Yeah, what we are getting wrong is to be able to work across. If you are putting up agriculture policy, you must be able to have a program throughout the whole value chain of the key crops you are targeting. If you are not able to put up mechanisms in place throughout the value chain, you will get it. There will be a linkage, there will be a blockage, and if there's a blockage, the system will not work. That's what normally happens.
So Kufuor had presidential special initiative on cassava. I remember that.
Yes.
I don't remember all the key crops that Akufo-Addo's planting for food and job, PFJ1 and PFJ2, what they focused on. But there was fertilizer in the mix there and so many other things.
Yeah, they have the food security crops. Yeah. The food security crop, rice, maize, soya beans. It's the same food security crops they target, and some vegetables as well. But as I said, the key issue about planting for food and job is there are no direct target of what will happen to across the value chain of the crops that they targeted. And the input support scheme they are practicing has so many challenges. You understand me? That is where the difficulty is. Because if you want to do input support system, you need to put out strategies in place for groups to be well organized. Otherwise, you distribute and the input that will not go to the groups. the groups must own themselves. There must be ownership of group systems.
Where input here is what? Seedlings and fertilizer or what?
Yes, in agriculture, when we're talking about agricultural input, the first key thing you talk about is seeds. Seed is key. What kind of seed that is going to the farmers? At what time the seed is getting to the farmers? That's also very important. So one, the quality of seeds that you are sending to the farmers and the timely delivery of seed is also very important to the farmer, because most of our farmers are seasonal farmers in terms of the rainfall season, and if the rainfall pattern, you didn't deliver those input at the right time, there will be some difficulties for farmers. So quality seeds, 2, timely delivery. And if you want to get quality seeds, it means that quality and proper measurement, you have to put proper measurement in place in area of procurement. Because when you are buying volume and you don't put structures in monitoring seeds, people bring you all kind of things.
So that has to be monitored. But the end game is getting the food crops on the market and for people to buy. What the government did, Akufo-Addo government, again, forgive me, I just wanted to mop up a few things.
Yes.
They started bringing foodstuffs to the Ministry of Agric in Accra for people to go and buy. What do you think of that idea? And if the idea was to bring food crops for people to buy, then it was working, or?
You see, the thing is that they said those policies are not sustainable, because the fact that we are in a glut season or a bumper harvest, and you go and bring food from the hinterland to Ministry of Food and Agriculture, that place is not a market. If you want to set up food market, then set up a food market. But for you to use the Ministry of Food and Agriculture as a market center, I don't think it's appropriate. That is a policy development place.
But it's an ultimate end to get food into the market. So if turning the place into a market was the solution,
I have a difficulty of turning ministries into market. I have a difficulty, and I don't believe that is the appropriate thing to do, because we have market centers.
I think it was to prove that there was food in the system, and that.
But that's not the only place to prove.
And that farmers were being.
Yeah, you can go to the market and get the right price of foods. You can go to the shopping malls to get the right price of food, even though there may be some variation because of locational issue or place in terms of marketing. Place is very, very important, and the environment you buy the food. But basically, there are a lot of markets in Ghana, and if you want to set up a model market for other district or other municipality to emulate, then do it. Then we know that you want to set up a food market system that other municipalities should emulate as a ministry, then you must do that.
The value chain thing you talked about, does it include, or does it have to include what the people who are called market queens, because they play a big role in our food crop pricing? And does it also include transportation? What is the linkage between the Ministry of Agric and the Ministry of Roads, for instance?
Yeah, when we talk about value chain of a particular commodity, talking about from production right to the final consumer. What happens to the commodity or the produce from production straight to the final consumer? Because any of the processes, in terms of if there's a production issue, there will be difficulties. If there is a harvesting issue, there will be some difficulty. If there is transportation, there will be some difficulty. If there is even market for the produce itself, there will be some difficulties. So all along the line, you must have a plan for it. Along all the processes, you must have a plan for it. If you don't have a plan for it, you still have a difficulty. That's how come we are having this current challenge in terms of rice glut that we are having, because the point is that we were not expecting that huge production. We just a small interventions, because we've not fully rolled out all our plans, and quickly we have a huge production, and we are now struggling to ensure that we buy the excess from the system, and we are on course. We are buying, and I think that the next 2-3 weeks, this issue of the glut of the rice paddy will come down. Yes,
this is Face to Face on Channel 1 Television. I'm Umaru Sanda Amadu. My guest is Demordzi. He's the national coordinator of the Feed Ghana program. When we come back, I'll ask him to tell us more on that particular program. Please stay with us.
Welcome to the Africa Prosperity Dialogues, where business and political leaders meet to drive Africa's single market.
Distinguished guests, this is our moment to make history. We must act not in isolation, but together as united Africa.
Under the patronage of His Excellency John Mahama, President of the Republic of Ghana, and in partnership with the Africa Continental Free Trade Area Secretariat, the Africa Prosperity Network presents the Africa Prosperity Dialogues 2026 under the theme Empowering SMEs, Women and Youth in Africa's Single Market. Innovate, collaborate, trade.
Ghana is proud to be the home of this important dialogue series, and it will continue to enjoy my utmost support to make subsequent summits even greater.
Register now at africaprosperitynetwork.com or call or WhatsApp at +233 536 098 325.
You're welcome back. This face-to-face on Channel 1 Television. My guest is the National Coordinator of the Feed Ghana program, Bright Demordzi, former Member of Parliament. In April 2025, President Mahama launched officially the Feed Ghana program. I don't know when you were made the National Coordinator.
I was the National Coordinator then.
So you were made National Coordinator before the launching?
Yes, please.
What is the Feed Ghana program?
Yes. You know, in our manifesto, as National Democratic Congress manifesto for the 2024 elections, our major focus on how to transform this country is that we're going to use agriculture to transform the economy. So our major policy initiative is what we call Agriculture for Economic Transformation Agenda. That's IOTA. Now, when you have a broad policy framework like that, you need a vehicle to translate that bigger vision into reality. So that vehicle where things will happen, how we are going to do it, to be able to achieve that aim using agriculture to transform our economy is what we call the vehicle to do that is what we call the Feed Ghana agenda or the Feed Ghana policy.
Okay.
So that's what it means, that anything that we are going to use to ensure that we use agriculture to transform Ghanaian economy to reach the level that we want it to be in our manifesto is the Feed Ghana. So it's just a pure vehicle. The interventions, the things we'll do to ensure that we use agri to transform our economy is key. So there are, apart from the fact that that is the broad formula, there are specific things, interventions that we'll do to achieve that one.
Good. So, but
that's the Feed Ghana.
Why do we need to give it a name, Feed Ghana? People who are bored by nomenclature would say this is just another government bureaucracy. So that if we had a PFG secretariat in the last administration, we had a PSI secretariat in the Kufuor administration, and we still have food challenges, or we are still not food sufficient, then this nomenclature called Feed Ghana, which is similar to what may have been under the NAPCO, Heal Ghana, Fix Ghana, Eat Ghana, it's just a matter of using jargons, and that we should just fix the thing and stop giving it names. What would you say to that?
Okay, Umaru, I don't know. Names are very, very important. Yes, as an African, as Ghanaians, names are very, very important. And it shows how significant the actions you want to take is for the person who want to implement. That's why.
Must you give it a name to do it?
Maro, without names, I will not be able to mention your name. And names, as I said, in African parlance, names are very, very important. So I think that it's important we give names to things that are very important to us. Okay. And the name must also signify or tell the people of your country what exactly you want to do.
So this,
and if you look at the name, it is telling you that if you look at our current or from 2023 to 2024, if you look at our the statistics of this country with regard to our food security issues, they are very, very challenging. And we just want to ensure that we change the narratives. That's what we want to do.
So who is supposed to feed this? Feed Ghana is a command. So who is feeding the Ghana? Is it Ghanaians themselves, or the government is going to do government farms, state farms?
Agriculture is a private sector business.
Okay.
For a very long time, apart from Nkrumah that have a lot of state farms, agriculture has been a private sector-led business. What the government does is to do a lot of interventions and bring out policies that will help Ghanaian farmers to do that. So basically, that is the target we are doing. We are ensuring that we created an enabling environment with specific interventions so that Ghanaian farmers or people who want to engage in agriculture can be able to do that and produce to feed us. So we have a series of interventions under the program. That's what's going to yield the result. And we are seeing the fruit of our effort for the past 6-7 months already.
Talk about the 4 thematic areas. When the president launched the Feed Ghana, there were 4 themes under which Feed Ghana was supposed to operate. Can you walk us through the themes?
Yes. I think the first one, the Feed Ghana itself, the first one is the campaign. The campaign means that we want to change the mentality of Ghanaians towards agriculture, the mentality of Ghanaians towards production, the mentality of not only individual Ghanaians, but also institutions towards agriculture production. So
that is what the president called promotion of smart agriculture?
Yes. So what it means is that when we talk about, so that's one of the concepts, campaigning to ensure that everybody is engaged in agriculture.
It says Mahama said that government will establish farmer service centers across the country.
We'll talk about all those ones.
Okay, go ahead.
So the first one, of course, is what we call the smart agriculture. When we're talking about smart agriculture, we're talking about what can we do to increase productivity. So productivity issues, we're talking about how do you manage your soil to be able to get the right yield that you want. So that's why currently we are renovating and bringing in a good soil laboratory in Kumasi so that we can be able, we will not say that, oh, farmers, just use NPK or just use this. We'll ensure that we test the soil, we ensure that the right quality of seed and fertilizers are used, not that everybody will use a blanket NPK or everybody will use the right urea. So we are putting up a seed system where we can be able to produce the right quality seeds to give to the farmers. So if you are doing the same acreage of land, you should be able to produce higher and get higher yield. That's what we call agriculture intensification. So increase in productivity, that's smart agriculture. You show that the same acreage of land you have, with the right input, the right agronomic practices, you'll be able to increase your production or productivity. So that's one, that's smart agriculture. Then we move on to what do I do? One of the things that you do to be able to be smart is mechanization. But you know, agriculture in this country is purely at small scale or peasant level. So most of farmers don't have money to buy heavy equipment like tractors, combine harvesters, boom sprayers, and all that. So the concept is that how do we ensure that farmers don't have difficulties in land preparation? So we say, okay, we're going to set up a concept called the farmer service centers. What it means is that in every agriculture zones, we're going to have a center that any ordinary farmer who wants a service can just walk to. And at the center, we'll have one, tractor services, that's tractors will be there. So if you're an ordinary farmer, you want to walk in, you want a plowing services, you can just go there. And even apart from the fact that if you don't have money, you can just walk in there. You are in a cooperative group system. That's why the whole country, we are forming, as I'm speaking, we have about 70,000 groups of cooperatives that we are forming.
So in my village, at Stray Junction, the man who owned the tractors was called Quality.
Yes.
So we'll go to him and then he will come and plow for us. You don't want that kind of system. That's not the kind of system you want to do.
Yeah, there's going to be in Shai Osudoku. That's in Shai Osudoku.
Yes.
We have a farmer service center in Shai Osudoku.
So it will be where, at the district capital, or you will find a place.
A location that we have identified already. Then there will be tractors there.
So if I have my tractor,
yes,
I will join that center, or the government will bring tractors.
No. It's a center that government is providing all those equipment.
Okay.
There will be a store.
Like the way government brings the drip machines.
We'll have the drip machine. We have what do we call it, tractor services, we have warehousing system, then we have pre-processing facilities. Assuming that you're having maize, you can bring the maize there, we'll dry it, remove everything, and bag it for you, and put it in a warehouse for you.
So I'm from Asuchari. I want... They have this komota. They call it komota. I don't know the English name.
Yes.
And they used to do two on the rice farm.
Yes.
I can come and get that at the center.
You can come and get that from the center.
So the government provides that.
Yes, but especially there's a facility there going to be managed in partnership with government. You understand me? It's going to be a government and a private sector management partnership, because we want the thing to be sustainable.
Okay.
You understand me? Normally, even the district directors and they themselves don't want to manage it themselves. So we want the private sector collaborations where we will evaluate people and look at the people's expertise, and they will provide some level of arrangement. We have some arrangement in place with the private sector that will be managerial, but there will be a steering committee that will be in charge of management and monitoring the activities of management of the facility.
Yeah, but
so, for instance, if as a charity, we have cooperative groups there. They will register with the center. So when it's time for farming season, you just go in and they will be planted on credit.
Okay.
And if you want seed, you go and take the seed on credit, because all your data and everything as a cooperative group is in there.
Which means you have to register the farmers first and have their details and everything.
We have. I told you we have 70,000 cooperative groups in this country.
So every farmer must belong to a cooperative?
Yeah, especially if you want to benefit the credit system from the cooperative groups.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, does it mean that you have these service centers, are they community-based or district-based? How are you going to do them?
They are district-based.
So every district will have a...
Yes, but anywhere in the district that you need the service, you call and you have to be attended to.
Have you set up any of these service centers yet? If you have, where are they?
No, we have not set up, but we have locations for them. The equipment are on their way. You know that we did a lot of equipment for this thing. So we have the procurement process is almost complete for the equipment, and the equipment, they are coming.
So the government is importing equipment?
Yes, please.
So for instance, in your constituency, choose one of them, either Botiano English, Amanfo, or Anglo. What is the specific plan in one of those?
Yes.
Anglo is a district. Botiano English is part of Gas South.
Yes.
So where would it send this? Or because Botiano is not, Botiano should be a farming center. So what's your plan for Botiano, for instance, or Anglo? Where do you put this center? What can farmers benefit from?
Yes, Anglo is let's not use Anglo and Botiano.
Okay.
Maybe a typical major rice growing community, like maybe if it's in the Volta region, we can talk about Ketunov. That's Ketunov. Afipa is Ketunov. Yes, maybe Ketunov. We can have it in Apalavi. We can have it in Afipa, depending upon the availability of land, because the machine must sit on about, at least the equipment will be sitting on about 10-acre land.
So you're bringing a lot of equipment.
Yes, please.
Apart from a plow, tractor dragging,
the pre-processing facilities are part of it.
Okay.
Are also part of it. Boom sprayers for land preparation, and then for spraying of the agrochemicals and all that.
And so the budget has been approved for this, and
no, it's long ago. We've been done, finished with the procurement process. We are just waiting for the arrival of the equipment.
When will the first equipment come?
For us, we were thinking it will even arrive before the end of the year. That's our target.
So that's what you are working on?
Yes, so we have even gone in and we are identifying all the locations. The first 50 location has been identified. The first 50 location has been identified for the establishment of the farmer service centers.
So if I don't belong to a cooperative, I may not benefit. I want to know, if I have my own tractor, like I said, Quality had its tractors.
Yes.
And I said I want to join the government scheme so that if farmers need my service, I'll go and offer that. Could that be done? And again, are you going to have some app that you use for these things, or people have to go there physically? And if that's the case, where there are already people who are providing those services in the communities, you're going to make them unemployed. Because if I have a tractor, my job is to plow all the maize fields in the area. Now all of a sudden, government has set up a center. You've made me jobless. What can I do?
Yes, the point is that you are not going to be jobless, because we want to ensure that a lot of people started farming. So what it means is that when there's those service, and some people they will not go into farming because the equipment in the villages, or the private people, they don't have enough equipment.
Okay.
So they even during the dry season,
So
they have
there's a
so
need for
much
government
jobs.
support.
They
Okay.
cannot even work on the number of requests they have. So there are a lot of people who want to farm, but because of lack of equipment, they don't go into it. So that one, I think there will be a lot of...
Very well.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
There's another leg of the scheme. The president said grains and legumes development project. What is that one?
Yes, that is what we call, we want to, when we say grains, we're talking about rice, we're talking about maize, we're talking about soya beans, talking about sorghums. These are key food security crops that we are targeting so that we can be food sufficient in those crops areas. So maize, critically, what do we do to ensure that we produce enough maize in the system, not only in terms of quantity, but to be able to reduce the price for consumers, direct consumers, and for poultry. That's how come the grains and legumes are very, very critical, because we are looking at the last end that we'll be talking about, which is the poultry revitalization program. So before you even think of ensuring that you are going into poultry to increase your poultry production in this country, the first key thing you should be thinking of the food that the poultry will be eating. So we are not only thinking of production for only human beings, but we are also thinking about how can we be able to increase our produce production. So if you want to do that, the key thing you should look at is grains and legumes. So soya beans and what? Maize, critical. And you can look at our current rice consumption. We are ranging around 42, 43, and we want to ensure that we double it and reduce the importation of rice. Okay. So rice is also key. Okay. Yes.
Another theme is vegetable development project, and I see Yeridia. I don't know what that means.
Yeridia.
Okay. So we are planting.
Yeah, Yeridia.
Okay.
Yeridia.
And so that's which vegetables are you focusing on?
Yes, on the Yeridia program, you see, that's how come the home gardening issue also come in. That we are asking everybody at the various district level, starting from next year, all district assemblies will be giving seedlings. They will be giving seeds to do seedlings gardens in the district assembly. That any ordinary person who want to do herb gardening can go in and take tomato seedlings, pepper seedlings, onions, whatever you want to do.
For free?
Yes. At the various district assembly, the district directorate of agriculture, for home gardening purposes. That's one. So another one is that.
And who? So the target is who? Not farmers.
No, that one is for the home gardening is for everybody.
Okay.
The concept of home gardening is for everybody.
Okay.
Then there's another concept for institutions, secondary schools, particular, universities, particular. So another program, we are supporting secondary schools across the country to get into production. Currently, we have about 179 secondary schools that we have registered, and we'll be distributing dry season input for all those secondary schools for production of vegetables across the country.
So you are going to send our children who we send to go and learn, you're going to send them to do weeding?
Yes. They will not weed, but they will learn agriculture and how to produce food. Very, very important. We want to inculcate that culture of production, of that culture of... I mean, I'm not very sure you are too old, but I think when you were schooling in Shao Sudoku...
Asuchai Junction.
Yes, you used to go to...
Yeah, Thursday was farming day.
Yes.
And I remember we harvested the maize and we did oblayo.
That was very interesting.
On our day, it was very nice.
Yes. So we want people to also experience that, so that when...
But agriculture, we should mechanize it. We don't need manpower to go and do agriculture.
Who says they are going to do manpower?
But you said
we said Yeridia, vegetable cultivation. I've never said you are going to use your hand and hold. Is that what I said?
No, you didn't. So
I said schools are going to involve in home gardening.
I mean, we had school farms. School, we had a school farm.
Establishing
we had a school farm.
Drip irrigation for all the schools. The schools that are going to participate in the program will do 1 acre drip irrigation system for them, a borehole system that will do, so it's automatic. Watering system will be automatic. You understand me? Maybe some of the at least you need to use your hand in some of the things to have the feeling that you are a farmer. You understand me? But basically, it's not going to be hard labor sort of gardening. No, not at all. So we want all schools to engage themselves in that. So that's why this year, Farmers Day, we are going to award the best secondary schools, the best universities, the best government services. I'm talking about the military, the fire service, the best institutions. We want all those institutions to come on board to produce, to feed the people of this country, because we cannot have institutions of that nature and still will not be able to produce, to be able to meet our food security needs. That one should not be a problem at all. Okay. If you look at the capacity of our service institutions, we should be able to produce to feed ourselves.
Okay. With production, there must be storage. Otherwise, it will be a wasted production. And so I will talk to him when we come back about what the plan is to store the food we are producing, because currently we are dealing with a glut. Rice farmers are crying. I am Umaru Sanda Amadu. My guest is the National Coordinator of the Feed Ghana program, Demordzi. I'll speak to him about that when we come back. Please stay.
This November, something amazing is coming to Accra. Are you a farmer with fresh produce? Are you into fish farming, poultry or livestock? Then get ready for the November edition of the AgriFair 2025. Yes, AgriFair 2025. It's happening on Friday the 28th to Sunday the 30th of November. It's happening at the A4 Sutherland Children's Park, and it's 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. each day. It's the ultimate weekend marketplace. From fruits and vegetables to poultry, livestock and fish to agri-inputs and processing machinery, all at unbeatable farm gate prices. Whether you're selling or buying, this is your chance to connect, trade and grow. Enjoy the freshest farm produce, sizzling kebabs, and a vibrant marketplace atmosphere all in one space. Register now and secure your spot. Call 0558-973-973 for more information. AgriFair 2025, where culture meets innovation. AgriFair 2025 is powered by Channel 1 TV and 97.3 City FM and is proudly sponsored by Horticulture Business Platform, Development Bank Ghana, Legacy Crop Improvement Center, and Gersel.
You're welcome back. This face-to-face on Channel 1 TV. My guest is the National Coordinator of Feed Ghana. You didn't mention Nkukon Kitinkiti in our submission so far. Is it under your purview, or Nkukon Kitinkiti is a different government plan?
Yes, we have 9 sub-programs.
Okay, under Feed Ghana.
Under Feed Ghana. Mm-hmm. And we just mentioned about 3 or 4 of them. So maybe because of time, we don't want this.
Okay.
But yes. But
so the Nkukon Kitinkiti is under your...
Yeah, we call it the Poultry Revitalization Program.
Okay.
We want to revitalize the poultry sector. So under the Poultry Revitalization Sector, we have 3 major projects. The first one is the Farm to Table project, where our target, we have recruited 50 huge or large-scale poultry farmers. And our intention is to support them with about 80,000 beds per annum. Those 50 poultry farmers so we're going to support them, build their capacity. We're going to give them the beds, the day-old chicks, we're going to give them the vaccines, we're going to give them the feed and all the support system that they need to be able to produce. And they will in turn have small anchor farmers that they will also be supporting. That is what key. So you see that the first thing that we are doing, that because we know that we want to go into poultry revitalization, we are putting up the first farmer service center in Bechem, which is going to be purely for poultry.
Okay.
Poultry. That center is purely going to be for poultry management, hatchery, everything is there. Processing of the poultry produce. So if you take about 100,000 or 50,000 beds, the moment you get to the Bechem, within 1 or 2 hours, they are processed. they're into cold room for storage.
So the Nkwon Kitinkiti is not a private person?
That's the first one. Then we have the small to medium scale. Those who are doing 1,000, 2,000 beds, like those who are small scale poultry farmers.
Yes.
Their program is also there. We are supporting them at the district level.
Okay.
Every district will target some group of farmers who are in the small scale poultry farming. We will support them. Those are poultry farmers. But we want to sensitize. We want people to be encouraged. Like those days, Umaru, you remember? Because myself and you, we are all village people, so that's why I'm talking like that. You go to the village before they'll give you some birds to take care of.
Yeah.
And during the Xmas, you sell and use it to buy.
The woman who used to come and buy, she's called Amatenya. She'll come to our house and come and buy.
Yes.
She bring a big basket with a net on it.
Yes. You sell and use it to buy shoe and
nice.
Xmas time.
Yeah, and space.
Yeah, you see now.
And watch. Yeah, it's nice.
So those are the things we want to bring back. But now, those days when I started agriculture, I was working with Viara. When we go to the village and we do a training of farmers, we are going, the bush allowance. The bush allowance is good, beds, they will give you, then you put it in your bucket. Yeah. When you come, you move with that. Yeah. Then your children will be happy. But these days, there's no bush allowance.
You haven't
because
mentioned,
nobody is doing that.
You haven't mentioned fish farming. I want to know, is fish farming also part of your...
No.
So fish is a different...
Fish is with Minister of Food and Agriculture.
Okay.
So,
but are you not under Minister of Food and Agriculture?
Is the Minister of Fisheries and Aquaculture.
Okay. So Feed Ghana is under Minister of Agri.
Yes.
Fishing is the ministry that's handling it.
Okay. Yes. So what we are saying is that the Akokon Kitchen program is to let people go back and have that interest in poultry at home at the local level, so that we can build our nutritional level at the local level. So what it means is that households that have the capacity or have the compound to be able, will be giving beds
to people,
maximum of 50 beds.
While we are producing, the Vegetable Producers and Exporters Association of Ghana, VEPIAG,
yes,
the president Felix Kamasa, he says outdated machinery, poor pricing, undermining Ghana's rice sector, and that leads us to this rice conversation.
You see,
we have produced too much rice and now we can't sell.
It's not true. You see, what he's saying, he specifically mentioned my own area, which I am operating there. I was listening to him this morning. If you go to Apalavi right now, there are about 6 modern mill in Apalavi that are producing. My own is part of it.
Okay.
One of the big guys in the oil sector. I've also have mill there in Apalavi. There are a lot of mill in Apalavi, modern mill in Apalavi. That's why when you buy rice from Apalavi, you will see that, because we have the stoners, we have pre-cleaners, we have cleaners, you understand me? We have the separators, some even have color sorters. So I was listening to him. I said, this guy doesn't know Apalavi. You understand me? There are certain areas that we have challenge in terms of the capacity of the mill to be able to mill the rice. Yes. But rice is best stored in a paddy form. I think the challenge is storage facility, because the rice is best stored in a paddy form.
So what's your skin going to do?
The husk
protects the grain.
Yeah. And there's nothing that can destroy it when it's covered by the husk.
Okay.
So if you mill it and you're not able to sell it,
becomes a problem.
So
what are you doing about storage? The previous administration again talked about one district, one warehouse. I'm not sure they have built those ones. Have they? If they haven't, what can you do? Would you do something like that?
Some warehouses.
Okay.
But for support from the World Food Program and some part the ministry have added some money to us, and through a committee at the buffer stock level, we've been able to renovate most of. So there's every region now have a warehouse.
Oh, really?
Every region have a warehouse.
For keep storing
about
food?
2, yes, even some of the regions have about 2 or 3 warehouses.
How big?
Oh, yes, at least the capacity can be able to take every grain that we want.
Mention some of the warehouses in some of the regions. I'm not going to restrict you to a region, but since you said every region, I was going to say...
I can give you the data, but I know we have warehouse, even in my area, Georgia. We have warehouse in Georgia.
Okay.
We have warehouse in Ho. We have warehouse in Nalerugu. We have warehouse in Walewale.
In Greater Accra, do we have one?
In Greater Accra. Yes, in Greater Accra, where I'm storing my seed right now in Shai Osudoku.
My district?
Yes, yes.
Where's the warehouse?
You see, when you are from you are going to Pong before you get to Asituare Junction.
Yes.
No, after Asituare Junction, when you are going to Akuse Junction,
yes,
it's at this side of the road.
On the left?
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll go. Is it Tekwame or Waterworks or Loom?
I don't know.
Those are the villages.
I don't know specifically. You, okay. I mean, that's your area.
I'll find out.
I won't debate you, but
I'll find out
because I have.
So we have warehouses. So
yeah,
we have warehouses,
yes,
and we have rice,
yes.
How come there's a glut? Is it that people are not buying Ghana rice, and then we as a media house we've been doing the agri fair? Could that be the solution where people would say, okay, let's go Ghana rice?
Marketing is very important. That to be able to educate Ghanaians to buy Ghana rice is the way to go. Because honestly, I'm a rice farmer, I'm a rice processor.
So you see what we do? You like what we do?
Yes, if you give a rice to the distributors, the major people that cause all this trouble are the distributors. They have to market the rice for you. You give it to them, the rice on the shelves. They want something that they can sell fast, and they promote it. So it's the culture of ensuring that the people patronize made in Ghana rice. So the media, what you are doing, fantastic, is helping the progress, and it's important that we have to support you to do that.
We have Agri Fair coming up towards the end of the month, ahead of Farmers Day.
Yes.
We want you to be part of it.
Yes, you know the last one at what is
if
the Fit Ghana was there.
So want you to continue.
I know I brought the minister.
Yes. So want you to continue this month to at the end of the month.
No, very important because it's key, especially for rice consumption. It is important that we ourselves consume the rice that we produce. Very important. And gone are the days where you said that you are eating local rice and you've seen stone and all that. No, we have the stoner machines. Every rice mill that I know, well-established rice mill that I know in this country, have a destoner. And so the destoner means that anything that is stone in the rice will be taken out.
They used to do propaganda against local rice.
Yeah, but it's not the case.
Yeah.
You can go to any pick a local rice. I can give you my brand. You go and you pick and you take it against any foreign rice. No, it is not. And sometimes most of these, excuse me to say, these are marketing things. Sometimes along the line, we have asked some of them to purchase the local rice before they will give you certification to be able to import. A certain percentage of must be
given to them.
No, you must buy a certain percentage from the local market.
Okay.
But it is the same. Some of our own local people who give out receipt and invoices.
You know what
I'll
do?
Importers.
I'll take you to Asituare next time. The last time I went there, the farmers were saying to me that the people come and buy the rice and then they will put it in different sacks, brand them differently, and sell as foreign rice when it's actually Ghana
It's the
rice.
same thing I'm telling you in a different format.
So let's go there on it next time. But thank you so much for joining us on Face to Face, and wish you all the best. We'll have this conversation.
Spoken about marketing.
Don't worry, we'll speak about it later. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Honorable Bride Demordzi Akwe. So that's a former member of Parliament and now Director or National Coordinator of the Feed Ghana program, the Honorable Bride Demordzi. I'm Umaru Sanda Amadu. This has been Face to Face. We'll be back next week with more. Please stay.